Hey guys, it's Corey from Team Pyramid,
And I'm Jacob.
and today we have to begin our TCG Tuesdays. We have a dead TCG for you.
That's now a CCG.
Oh yeah, sorry, CCG, not collectible either, customizable. This was when everyone was getting really trademark heavy, so it's best to not step on anyone's toes. So this is the white border edition of the Star Trek: The Next Generation. So the game is basically a point-based system. You'll have seen these in other games that came out much later after this one. This game has been dead for 10 years so far. Dead in October 2018 for 11 years.
17. 7.
Yeah, but 2018 will be its 11th year.
Oh yeah. So.
So,
Oh god.
simple game.
Simple.
Simple in terms of the idea.
He says that because he knows how to play it.
So the objective is for one player to achieve 100 points and they win. These points are dictated by the cards here, where you can see 35, 25, 20 and everything else. That dictates generally how hard they are to do, but it generally means it's quite a quick game because you can easily win with only 3 objectives being completed. It's just whether you can do that or not. This is just the core set, so we've only got the 3 factions: Federation, Romulan and Klingon. As a note, if you buy 1 pack of cards, you'll need to buy 2 packs of cards because they do not. It's a thing that some card games have done, like The Legend of the Five Rings, before it became FFG property, did the same thing. That is, you only get half a constructed deck and then 60 like another 30 cards at the back to just fill it up. And the first set is actually 360 cards. So there's a lot of things there you can get.
Gotta be honest with you, if you can find these, and if you can comment below on how much these are to buy, like now.
I think they're about £5 on eBay.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like, you can get them still quite cheap on eBay.
Oh, there you go. Don't worry about commenting that. Unless you like the video, of course.
And then comment and subscribe and like and all that other good stuff that everyone says. It's funny because I'm making it ironic sounding. But no, so
It's also funny because other YouTube channels do it for money.
yeah.
So they place ads and everything in it. However, we just do it for fun.
Oh yeah. Until we get big enough, then we'll start squeezing money out of you. Corporate greed. Right. Anyway, so we've done the first set. We've done the setup anyway, to save you a bit of time. So that is where we set up the space line here. That consists of 12 mission cards, which each player will play in alternating order, from 1 in the middle, and then you just play it to the left or to the right. The ones you play is just from the top card of your mission deck, so you shuffle that. The numbers down here represent movement, which we'll get into when we start playing. The next number, the 35s and whatnot, that would be how many points you get for it. And then you have here what you need to actually complete the mission. So with that one, it's either 3 medical staff or someone with biology and an officer. They don't all need to have biology, plus on the officers, just 2 of the same things. Also, you can only complete a mission based on the card's affiliation. So only Klingons can do that one, only Romulans can do that one, etc. Really simple that way, and it's quite well telegraphed, which is nice. It, for some reason, does give you like a little idea of what the mission is, but it really doesn't matter for gameplay. It's just a little fluff thing. After you've done that, next is the dilemmas and artifacts. We don't have any artifacts; it's all dilemmas. So you place them underneath each card, as shown here. These will complicate the missions, and you have to get past them before you can do the next thing. Sometimes it won't hinder the mission, but can destroy your ship, leaving you out of pocket, and it's a pain. But there's a lot of other rules which we'll get into as we go. Afterwards, you then can place 1 outpost for each affiliation you have in the deck. Each of these decks came with 30 cards, which will be in pretty much every starter set. But then there's another 30 cards at the back, basically, which make up your 60 card deck. So you will end up with a load of junk. Luckily, I got a Klingon and a Romulan one, so I took all the Klingon cards out of the Romulan one, took all the Romulan ones out of the Klingon one, stuck them together and made something playable. for both sides.
He says that, but he hasn't seen me play yet.
So one of the big rules in the game is the ships can only be built on the outposts on your side, which Jacob has kept out to show you what the outposts were. I have handily slipped them under just enough so you can still see them. You may not be able to see the other one, however, which is just out of camera shot, I think.
I think it cuts off there, so yeah.
Right. So there is another one out that side, which is my Federation post. So with that, you can only build a Federation ship at a Federation outpost, unless you play a treaty card, which then allows you to mix and match. Which, again, this is why I'm glad I got a Klingon and Romulan, because the Klingon one comes with a Federation Romulan, just in case one of those 30 cards is a Romulan card, and the Romulan one comes with the Klingon one. I believe there's also a Romulan Klingon treaty card as well. I think that brings us to pretty much where we're at.
You draw 7 cards.
So it's much like your Magic and your
Pokemon
and whatnot. This system you may also have seen in other games, such as the My Little Pony game. I think does something similar. I know it has mission cards.
Well, we'll have a look into that one anyway in another couple of weeks.
And also the Warhammer 40k Conquest from Fantasy Flight Games, which is now also defunct because they had their spat with the Games Workshop.
Fair enough.
Basically, they wanted to make a miniature army-based game as well, and well, they weren't happy about that. So
don't forget, when you do buy this, so look out for special 15-card episode sets. So
yeah.
that and they're not called booster packs; they're called episode sets, and they're special.
And they are 11 expansion sets.
So they, I imagine, would end up coming up in price due to the fact of like they are sealed products and they don't make them anymore. So I imagine people want to collect them for collectible rather than But it's the same as anything. But let's get into this. So we rolled beforehand. I rolled a 2 and Corey rolled a 12.
So we have done the seeding. Now, Jacob hasn't played this game
ever.
So, and I've played it twice. So there will be a few mishaps. I'm sure no one will care, but we'll give you a rough idea of how it plays out.
And if any of you have any ideas on how the actual game works as well, more in depth, and how the actual competitive scene works still.
Yeah, because there's virtual sets still getting made. A fan called the something collection. Basically, it's supposed to be a play on the Romulans from the show because they have the same sort of organisation name. They now run it online. There was actually a 2016 tournament winner on the Wikipedia that's been posted, and they basically release new virtual sets, so it's more played online than as a TCG now, but still kind of going, but not dealt with by Decipher Incorporated at all.
Yeah, but if you guys know anything more about, like, obviously the actual card competitive scene of it, then I would really like to hear about it. So comment us or private message us. But let's get into this.
So one last thing. Now, normally when the first person goes first, they seed first. Then the next person would play first. I'm not sure if Jacob wants to play first, and we'll just see how he does. Because the weird thing about this game is, unlike any other TCG, you're drawing. If you run out of cards, you don't lose. The game ends, and the person with the most points wins. There is conflict. There's planetary conflict. There's also ship-to-ship conflict and ship-to-outpost conflict.
Oh, things we didn't say is I'm showing you, not Corey, because he cheats. But you see these little dots. If your cards have got these little dots, apparently it means you can play more than one of them. But if it's like that and there is no dots, then you can only play one of him at one time. So
it's kind of the reverse to Magic and whatnot, which would state legendary or something.
Yeah.
So, however, this does not, unlike, I think it was the World of Warcraft TCG, also dead now. It had where only one person could control a legendary of the same name. So there was no, you could have it, I could have it. Whereas in this, we can both play the same special character, if you will. So you play one card per turn. Only interrupts can be played out of sequence. So
do I draw?
No,
that's at the end of my turn.
Okay. So we have played as Zibalian Transport. You don't need any specific crew to move it around, so it can pretty much go as soon as you want.
And I draw. And my deck's upside down.
So you only play one card a turn. I'm going to see if I have a card I can play. The hell.
See, that's a killer first turn. Killer first turn.
I'm going to play Trade Federation.
Told you he cheats.
Romulan.
There's only one of them in his deck. Told you he cheats. All of a sudden.
No, it's Jacob. Again. So without that, for example, Jacob would only right now be able to play Klingons in his Klingon outpost. Because I have that, I can now play my Romulans in my Romulan outpost and Federation and vice versa. That's going to save me a lot of time.
I'm going to place my medic in my ship.
Okay. So first it's a really silly system. First you have to ready him up.
He's
so
ready.
he goes below the ship.
Nah, he's ready.
Then you place him on the ship.
Nah, they're ready. They're ready. They're ready.
No, you can do that in the same turn though.
What? What's
Yeah.
the point?
I know.
It's like got wrong chess over it.
Right, so now you can put him on your ship because he's been played.
Oh god. So, are you ready to get on the board? Yes, I am. There you go. She's on.
It is a very in-depth. Here we are. I knew there was a rule for battles. Oh yeah, get this right.
So this is meant to be us bigging the game up. At the moment, it just sounds like we're taking the piss out of it.
I actually like it because it's got so much going on. I like games with a lot of pieces. I like a lot of stuff going on. It's a very weird one because it's a card game, but I think it would have been better as a board game.
Should have seen him with the Game of Thrones board game.
Yeah.
He was in his element.
So Federation forces can never initiate attack. The Federation is only allowed to defend itself and retaliate until a battle is over. Romulans and Klingons can battle at will.
Yeah.
Normally, forces from the same affiliation cannot attack each other. Klingons are the exception. So, if we were both playing
You saying I'm aggressive? I've just realised I'm Klingon.
if we're both playing Romulan and Federation, neither of us could attack except for our Romulans attacking our opponent's Federation ships.
Oh god.
And when a ship is destroyed, everyone on board is killed.
Subtle.
Yep.
Never mind the escape pods that you always see in all the episodes.
That's what you call it. That's a specific one.
But to be fair, how many of them pods do we actually ever see again?
Exactly. Transfer stall jets, moving ships. Yes. So you have loaded.
And I do apologise in advance if seeing actual Star Trek cards, and seeing the pictures, if any of you actually now have the sudden urge and has subliminal messaging going through to say watch Star Trek. Watch Star Trek.
Yeah, I love Star Trek.
Watch Star Trek.
So now, if Jacob would like, he can choose to move his ship. The downside is, if you move your ship, you can only actually pick up crew at outposts. So they'll have to remain behind from now on if you go now.
That's helpful.
Yeah. So ship movement is based on range, which is down here on the card. That is affected by these, and I believe it's the ones you're moving to, not from. I have ran through the rules really quickly again, but I don't want to. Not that I'm going to pick up this game, but for the few who might, I don't want to ruin it at all. Yeah, so it's cards you're moving to, not from.
Right.
So
I will end my turn by drawing. That's so weird.
yes, you end your turn by drawing. Again, it's because you're only able to play one card turn anyway. You can choose not to play any if you'd like as well.
And there's no hand limit,
Yes,
which means I could just pick up my deck.
pretty much. But if he does that, then the game's over. And if I've conquered something, I'll win. So I'll draw. No, not.
Yeah, you draw.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I might just have to.
I might win this, even though I've never played it.
I'll recruit Tackett. He'll sit here because there's no ship for him.
And then I'll stay there. Sure. Can I attack him?
No, only if he's on a ship.
It's a bit harsh topes.
Tackett.
Right. I'll play my shuttle.
Okay.
And I will draw, as that's me.
Okay, look. Oh, so yeah, every person also has attributes as well, star ratings, skill. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, I'll just notice that.
medical and exobiology, those are both things that relate to objectives on the board. Same with integrity, cunning, and strength, though strength comes into play if away teams are fighting each other. Let me see who else. You'll actually do fine. I'll play Taurus.
No, I like the little descriptions. Okay. Carl, assist the archaeology day.
Yeah, it's basically like what the actual mission is. I mean, there's a little bit of flavour on each character.
It's like the flavour text. I quite like that.
Yeah. It's on your ships as well, so. Also, ships will have specific things on them, like tractor beams, holodecks. Some of them won't have that, but sure. There's a few different types of cards just while Jacob's playing.
Is that what I'm doing?
These include your ships, your personnel, interrupts, the events, equipment, all these things. Equipment again goes into a certain category, and you have to play them before you put anybody onto the things.
You up?
Yep.
Oh, I thought.
I'm terrible for this drawing thing because it's just habit. It really is. Though.
This is how you know the game is backwards. You draw at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if there's any card games that you guys want to see, any like trading card games at all that you guys would like to see, or any tabletop games, even if it's actual like board games itself,
I've got a ton of them.
Please let us know, and we'll do videos for that as well. I want the channel to be fully interactive, so what you guys want to hear and see as well, please let us know.
That's part of the reason why one of the most recent uploads at the time of making this video, not necessarily when this video goes up, was the Dino Rabbit deck.
Going up today. It's literally the day after. It's, yeah. Carry on, Corey.
CCG Tuesdays, I don't know, CCG Wednesdays. No, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday! As you can tell, we're really prepared.
Oh yeah, we're totally professional in every which way. Right, I'm going to play down a USS Nebula. And I'm going to take my Tacket and my Taurus, and we're going to board the ship.
You can't place him there.
I can because of my treaty.
Oh, god damn it.
And then we're going to go for a little flight. Range 8. So we're going to... Oh, they're all going to die. It's alright, we're just going to stop here now.
No, you come to my Klingon so I can whoop your ass.
So I'm actually going to attempt a mission. And this is another set of rules and regs. So we moved.
Oh, you got to flip your disrupt card.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I've just realised I'm on one with disrupt.
Yeah. Okay. So they are now going to be the away team because they've been down to the planet. Oh no, this isn't a planetary one. That's even worse. So that means it's actually regarding the ship. So to attempt the mission, I need to have stellar cartography, which Taurus has, as my member of science. Another thing I should just mention, because I've achieved it while Jacob's ships haven't needed it. The ship has here command stats. That's a command star and a staff star. You need to reach that requirement before the ship can even take off.
But mine are just that good, they can anyway.
Yeah, they don't have any, but
they're like the Eldrazi's of this of Star Trek.
Kind of, yeah. The main thing about them though is you can see that their weapons are nothing, and same with their.
I'll show you their weapons are nothing.
The another thing about the treaties, they'll come in a bit more later. The only ruling for this is if they wanted to attempt a Federation mission, they need a Federation crew member. So although they are Romulans flying around in a USS Enterprise, they don't require it because we're allowing them to work together. So essentially, my little Romulans are stealing ships now.
So not only is he cheating, he's a thief.
We're the best. So if there was no diplomacy cards on it, I would just dilemma cards. So normally, right, all missions are called right. So first, announce that you're attempting the mission. Here we are, we're attempting the mission. Take over the entire mission card pile, revealing only the bottom dilemma card.
I've laid it out like that so you can see.
Review only the bottom dilemma card, which is because there's only one. Read the first dilemma card aloud.
So there's only one allowed on each one?
No, it's just you'd have to flip them out one at a time and resolve them in order. And then after the dilemma is complete, it'll be like whatever. And then once we've done that, if I overcome all the dilemmas and can still complete the mission, I score points. So, dilemma, Birth of a Junior. Place on ship, range reduced by 1 each turn until 3 engineers are aboard, which discards. If the range equals 0, it is destroyed. So we'll sort of be playing dice on that soon. So that doesn't stop me from completing the mission, luckily.
And we'll be using our trusty Warhammer dice.
Which I happen to also play, but probably won't do one of those because they are quite long videos. Not that our videos haven't been long before.
You never know. If there's enough subscribers and likes and views on the video and comments requesting that, then we might. Even if you showcase the army or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Because I have 2 armies I'm currently playing, but we won't get into that just yet. So. Dilemma card contain one. If you overcome all dilemmas. So, I mean, we're technically overcoming it because it's just a case of this is on a ship and until that happens, it's destroyed. So, we move this card towards me from the main pile. And that is to show that we are now in control of that. So, I have gained 25 points. I will then end my turn by drawing 1 card. And it is now Jacob.
Right. See, I didn't cheat. I drew this last turn. I play my treaty.
Okay.
And then I must draw. And you're up.
So at the start of each turn, just says buy 1 each turn. That would be handy. Told us which. And I need 2 engineers. 3 engineers. Jesus.
Do you know, it was one of your own traps as well.
I know. I'm just trying to think. Did I actually have a draw card? No, it's not got 7, so that should be fine. Well, reporting for duty. So it's only got a range of 7. Engineer, leadership, and treachery. Wow, what a nice group of folk. Diplomacy, leadership. Right, I'm not going to be able to complete any of these missions, so I'm just going to move back here. And I'm going to disembark these dudes. And we'll wait until we can repair the ship or it dies. I'll end my turn.
Does that stay there then?
Yeah, that's to show that I've completed it. Because you can't also complete the mission. I'm just going to do it in the turn, I guess. So it's on 3 already, so it's only got another 5 before it gets destroyed.
Right, so you've already ended your turn. Never mind. Right. So what I'm going to do
now, events do stick about. They're not. I don't think this game really likes the idea of instant effects. So they're generally like this one there. It's just a long-term effect. There is a few events that'll tell you when they end.
You're up.
Okay. Draw. Yeah, just draw and fucking ending turn. I don't have any engineers. I don't have any other ships, so I'm going to build up a little base right now. Shoot.
I'll draw. I'll draw at the end of my turn.
So you are supposed to put your guides under the ship.
Like I'm doing.
Yeah, but with nothing showing.
Okay. Right.
It's supposed to make it harder. Like,
Okay.
because I'm going to play this card because it's an interrupt, which is the only type of card that I can play every sequence. And I just want you to think about this for a second. Have you ever played any game, unless it's Magic Unhinged?
Mate, I've never played any game that I'm playing chess with.
I'm going to glance at cards aboard any ship for 10 seconds. Specifically 10 seconds.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10. Oh, you didn't cheat.
Someone's going to die tonight. So, I mean, it's just weird, that concept.
You're up. I draw.
Let's go to 5. Alright guys, I'm just going to play Red Alert, which allows me now to play as many crew, ship and equipment cards as desired each turn. So bonk, boink, boink.
What?
Boink.
What?
That's what Red Alert does. Allows you to play as many ship, personal equipment cards as desired each turn.
This dude's cheating over here.
Right, let's get some science on this ship. What do we need? Engineer times 3 plus computer. Why do I have no engineers?
You're not good enough.
Apparently not. Strength.
Is your ship dead yet?
No, it's still got on 3 tons. It's gonna die soon. It's definitely gonna die. I don't have anything for that. Treachery, archaeology, and strength. No. Yeah, that's good going. Dropped. Right, sure.
Right. I'm then going to play my equipment. And then I'm going to go and attempt that mission there.
So, send your away team. So not everyone from the ship needs to go?
It can't because it's
Oh
not.
yeah.
So I have 2 engineers and 1 officer. However, I play the equipment that give all officers cast personnel the extra skill of engineer
Nice.
when present.
Perfect.
So I have my 3.
Does one of them have computer skill?
Does it need computer skill?
3 engineers plus computer skill. That'll be a no then.
I'm not moving it then.
Okay.
Told you he cheats. You're up.
No, my next thing makes you think I'm going to be cheating. I'm going to play the Time Traveller Transcendence, which allows me to draw 2 cards at the end of my turn.
What? What is going on here?
And it's you. Oh my god. Some of these cards are blue. So, you can see how it would be quite a long game by its own right.
I'm going to play an event. I'm going to play Plasma Fire.
So play on any ship.
Play on any ship except Borg ships. Fire damage ships at the end of next turn. The continuous damage each turn. Security puts it out. Discard after use. So does that mean I can put it on your ships? Because that one there is dying.
Go.
That one there is dying. I will kill it.
It's fine. I'm not even bothering with it. Is that you or are you doing?
No, you're up.
Okay, so I'll set that on that.
Or draw.
I finally found someone with that treachery skill I need. And we'll also end the turn. I'll draw 2.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, I need a drew.
I know, it's so awkward. Oh yeah, so Tomek, just as another thing, there's another symbol on these cards you need to watch out for, which is that symbol right there. That means he's a holo character. So if the ship does not have a holo deck, that character cannot be played in that ship.
So mine can't then.
Yeah.
Right.
I did have a ship with a holo deck on it. That's when did I? So, yeah.
I'm going to set my officer. And my turn.
Okay.
Right, what is VIP?
Just another character type. There's nothing to it. So he dies. Where my card goes.
Sweet ass!
And I'm just going to end my turn and draw 2 more cards.
Cheating bastard. Right.
I'm going to try and organise my guide a bit better because really.
I'm going to place my officer again.
Yep.
And draw to end.
VIP and right. I'm going to build the Drix. The Drix. The Romulan ship. that's what that means. Diplomacy, leadership, and cunning has to equal or be greater than 35. Sorry, it just has to be greater than 35. Diplomacy, leadership, and cunning. And I have none of that, so that's fine.
I'm coming for your ship.
Do I have anything with leadership? Nope. I'll then play Gorta as a non-engineer. And I have 3 engineers, but I don't have a ship with a holodeck. That's a bit of a bugger. So we'll just draw 2 more cards.
I will.
At present, if we were to run out of cards in my deck, I win with 25 points. So it is a strategy you can do, which is just hit your deck so hard. Because I think you're allowed 4 copies of each card. So if you add that Time Traveler Transcendence...
I've moved my ship to there.
Okay.
And you're up.
Not even going to attempt the mission?
Nope.
Okay. Draw. Oh. Draw 2, because I'm just going to end my turn straight away. And it's you.
Move my ship back. I made a boo-boo. Alright, I then... Oh wait, I just realised I've got different skills.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I might have one then.
I mean, you could easily use this for anything if you're a big enough Star Trek fan. There's just so much going on with it. And the way it plays out, I mean... So I think, more or less, you'll learn very quickly that I'm very much the nerdy one of this whole thing. I play like RPGs as well, and with RPGs, I mean, this pretty much fits the bill. You've got your crew, you've got your ships. It's just...
Yep.
Oh, you are going back to that. Okay. Right. Let's throw some more guys down.
Oh, I need to draw.
Science. That it? Apparently that's it. Science. Should have another bit. There he is, officer. Don't have a ship into the thing. I need to do it. Right, what we got in this field? Stellar cartography over in that corner, and it's got nothing on. Hell yeah! Who's got stellar cartography? This dude and this dude. We'll take Taurus. And tack it again. And we need one more, so we'll take Tight. We'll take Tight as well. Tight sounds like a good fellow. So all 3 of these are going to jump aboard this. And that's got a range of 8. Gets me to here.
Interrupt.
Oh.
Any one ship and its away team may immediately make another move.
May. Sweet. So I can like move after this.
The hell?
Yeah, you can play on yourself as well. Well.
Wow, that was a bit sucky.
So I'm going to complete this mission because I have stellar cartography. There's nothing there, so that one's fine. So that's me got
50
points.
And he gets another move because I'm a tit.
Yes. What we got here? How long is it?
The viewers are going to love it.
There's a lot going on. There is. I mean, even if I knew how to play this game quite...
I think we're getting the hang of it.
Yeah. So we can only move to... Well, we can move back to the post store there. Alright.
My turn?
Yeah, I just need to draw. Actually, see, to be honest, I do like this game. There's a lot going on. I feel like you need a good 8 cards, like 8 of each card, so you can just build whatever deck you want for one against the other.
I activate interrupt, which lets me get that back. I play it immediately.
Okay.
To move my thing off the board,
Yep, so you're going for that outpost?
I'm going to attack
Oh, that's so.
because I have a Klingon.
That's fine. Before you do that, I'm going to play an interrupt. You're now fighting Borg.
What?
Yeah. There's no Borg aboard your ship. Playing on any occupied ship, battle crew.
My ship's unoccupied.
I noticed that. So these birds.
I'll take it back about attack. Attack.
Fine, after the dark roast stop. So now we have to fight with the Borg. So this is
How do I fight with the Borg? I'll have him.
Borg crew now, battles crew now at the start of each player's turn. So this is now just a part of that ship, basically. So you're going to have to fight one Borg every turn.
And how do I do it?
So we're going to go into a battle.
So this is me battling your ship.
No, you're battling my Borg first. So, the away team with the highest total wins the battle. So, the away team must have a leader, an officer, or a crew member with a leadership crew. If not present, the away team automatically lose the battle.
So I have an officer with leadership.
So that's fine, so you can fight. The initiating player announces the attack. Both players then told the combined strength values of their opposing away teams at the bottom of the card. So yeah, you should have enough there.
7, 14, 26, 30, 33. Plus the it's not weapons. So it's 33.
Okay, so that's you win that battle, but it's going to do that every time, and it stops your away team. So I'll find out what that actually means. I believe it just means your away team cannot do anything. As long as it's not stopped. These are special tempting missions. It says we'll discuss stopped later in the rules. Doesn't give you a page number. I love when things do that. I never understand that. Why not just... Okay, you want to do ship-to-ship combat next.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's just strength of attack versus shield.
Okay, so 1.
Shield is 3.
So you've got 2 shield left.
I believe that's how it works. Let me just double check.
It's like Pokemon and hit points.
Yeah. If the attacker weapon is greater than the defender's shield power, the shield is damaged. Otherwise, the defender's ship is safe and players get a retaliation shot with the roles reversed. Huh.
So you don't lose any shield?
No. Yeah, I must have did. So it's more like magic that way.
Oh, okay. I get it. Good God, this game is old.
So what happens if it's damaged? If a damaged ship is damaged again before it's repaired, the ship and everything on board is destroyed. Right, so basically you get 2 hit points per ship. Okay, so that's
So mine
that
does
ship.
nothing.
Yeah. Is that you then?
Yep.
Alright, did you drop?
Oh. Did now.
Right. Let's see here. Do I need a leader? Because if I do, then I ain't doing. I ain't fighting. A ship must certainly have a leader. However, unlike you do not automatically lose. Then a ship without a leader cannot strike back. Okay, so it needs to have a leadership skill. So no one I have has a leadership skill, so I'm not really going to do much.
Because you're a bum. True nature of Rocky, you're a bum. When I win this, I'm going to do it in the name of Rocky. I'm going to shout out Adrian.
Okay, I'm going to end my turn and draw 2 cards. Sure.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and board my officer. And then going to go ahead and play my equipment.
Yep.
I'm then going to go take on the mission.
So do you have?
I have.
So you're waiting.
1 medic, 2 medic, and an officer. However, I then have medical kit and equipment. Gives all officers an additional medical skill.
Cool. So you have all medics.
3 medics.
Okay. So
you have to flip the disrupt.
Yeah.
Oh god.
To get through this door, the away team must have the computer skill present.
The hell?
You are not getting through that door. So your away team, because it's a planet, your away team is still on the planet.
My little lonely ship.
And that's it.
Lonely little ship.
Unless you board them back on, but that means you can't attempt it anymore.
I'm going to
Well, that should be a problem at all, actually.
I'm going to bring that there.
Yep.
And draw. Yep.
Okay.
What does that little symbol mean?
So he's a hologram, so your ship has to have a holodeck.
Oh, is that hollow?
Yeah. So it's basically useless unless you have a holodeck. I'll just play her as well, just for the sake of it.
Just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah. I have so many things here, but I don't have anyone that fulfills any of them. Oh, you just need computers to get past that?
I'm going for it.
What's it? 3. Okay. Right, guys. Dial in. Science. Medical. You need 3 medics. Medical.
You don't have enough! Yes! Come on!
Do have an officer though, so I could just have officer plus computer skill or biology. But I do have a piece of equipment. Gives all your engineers science. Science.
What about the one next to you? All you need is leadership, diplomacy, and
None of that.
intelligence.
I got intelligence, integrity, even out of the yin yang. I just don't have. You have
Engineer. Why don't you go for the 35 one next to it?
I have biology. Yep, we're going to bring Chris with us. And we're going to move here. 4, 6. So they're all coming together. In my turn. To draw 2.
Right. I start my turn by bringing him back to there. I then
Some of these cards are ridiculous.
take off, put on,
Yep.
and I go for the mission.
Okay. So that's done. And you pull that towards yourself to signify you can have it.
Then I'm then going to go ahead.
One thing I do like about it is it's quite combat light, but it's not without the want for combat. Because if someone starts getting ahead too much, you do want to just kind of jump in there and start attacking.
Well, you're going to have to explain that one. The way these cards are worded is
Play
ridiculous.
on any non-aligned ship, so that would be your gold ship. Unless 2 security are board, use ship and crew for 1 turn as your own.
So,
So you could put it on one of my non-aligned ships.
so if I move that there,
So it'd be a case of like if
I could use that from that one.
It's
now.
not a non-aligned though. It's wrong.
Oh, I
It's
get
got to
it.
be a gold chip.
I get it.